Hello everyone, this is Eric Hamilton, the Internet Guru. Today we are going to talk about HTML metadata. Now metadata are simply tags in your HTML code that helps browsers and internet search engines like Yahoo determine the content on your site, description, content, and keywords. So you imagine that search engines such as Yahoo, Google, Ask, MSN, they have crawlers. They're all constantly crawling the internet, looking at contents of pages, and having your metadata structured properly can help your search engine ranking. And then also there's other non-search engine bots and things of that sort out on the internet that can help classify your page. So right here I've got my metadata, my meta name. This is simply one that's set up to talk about the author of this specific page and content. And this one right here is meta that I've just highlighted. Really talks about what type of tool I used, say for instance Microsoft Front Page, to create this page. So keywords, meta name keywords are extremely important to search engines, and all search engine crawlers actually look at your metadata keyword information. So here that I have the meta name, I've got content equals HTML, XHTML, SSC, XML, and what this is really saying to the search engines that this site contains all this information like JavaScript, HTML, and VB script, and those search engines can classify my website accordingly based on the metadata keywords that it sees. So it's very important to have this structured properly when you build your website. Right here we're going to talk about how to use meta to do a redirect. Now it's happening really quickly, but if you notice on the right hand side it's switching to a new site. It's doing a refresh, a redirect refresh. And what I simply did was I configured this here to refresh, and the refresh simply sends the people, my users, to the W3 School site. I've got it set up to happen 5 seconds after they enter the site, and the code is simply listed here. It's the meta, and we simply use refresh, and we designate it for 5 seconds. There you'll notice the 5, and that's an example of that. And lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a real example of a real site that's using metadata. So what I'm going to do is do a view source here. Actually, I'm in the wrong place here. Let's do a view source, and we can take a look at this website's, do a view source. We can take a look at this website's metadata to see how typical metadata keywords and description is set up. So you notice here in the middle, as I try to adjust my screen so you all can see it, you'll notice that I have the meta named keywords and meta name description. And for this site is the it's a simple 501c3 web tutorial, web nonprofit site. So you'll see the keywords. They have website, web design, 501c3, nonprofit. Some of the keywords that this website wants to be active with. So potentially the web crawlers will go out and see that. And then of course the description. Of course, the web browsers, excuse me, web crawlers and web search engines use this information to classify the sites, and maybe even use this to to build a short description when those sites are in the index, the search index. So also this site is a Flash site. You see by the .swf, .shockwave sites, and Shockwave sites are great. Flash sites are great for it looks nice. They're really pretty sites, but the problem is search engines don't see them that well. So that's about it for us, and I hope you enjoyed this session on metadata. You have a great day. Bye bye now.